morning, everyone. I'm Teresa Dufour.
And I'm Ryan Christopher. Welcome to CT Style. Hopefully you're having a nice day. How are you, Teresa?
I'm doing great.
Yeah?
I'm in the home stretch here, 4 weeks to go. I've been cooking like mad, Ryan. I've been making frozen meals so my husband has food while we're
How about for me? You don't bring anything for me, Teresa. Where's the
well,
love?
We have a busy time ahead of us, I'm just trying to prepare, get everything under control.
I want to share a quick story with you.
Yes.
I think you'll appreciate this as a mom-to-be. So my buddy, right, he's married with a little guy. He's 6 years old. His name is Tyler. So I get a call from my buddy, and he's like, hey, come on over to Tyler's birthday party. I was like, oh, cool, yeah. So I go out, and I see those drones. You know, they're very popular, so
You bought a 6-year-old a drone?
Well, you know, I figured it'll keep him busy in the backyard. So it was a cheap one. It wasn't too expensive. So buy the drone, show up to the house, and there's nobody there. And I'm like, why is nobody here? So I say to my friend Ty, the dad, I said, dude, where is everybody? He's like, oh, no, we're going to Tyler's friend's birthday party. This little 6-year-old girl. I'm like, we're going to someone, I don't even know these people. So we ended up driving to this random person's house.
What?
Why
did he invite you to a random person's party?
Well, because his wife was at a different party, and he figured I'd be his security guard or his right-hand man. So I went to a random birthday party.
For a 6-year-old girl. And you brought a drone.
And I brought a drone, but I didn't know her, so I kept the drone and brought it to the Enrique Iglesias concert. It was, you know.
Did you put it up?
No.
Oh.
Never mind.
I missed it.
No,
I don't get it.
It's all good. But hey, so yeah, I ended up doing that. So I started a new business. So if you guys want to invite me to random birthday parties, give me a call. I'm available. Just saying.
You could be an act. You could do a little stand-up, maybe be a clown, a magician.
I'll get hired once, maybe twice. We'll see. Hey, we want to shout out our fan of the day, Miss Tony Ann Ragazzino, her niece who just graduated from the University of Tampa. Congrats.
Tony Ann says she loves watching CT Style at the office every day. We won't tell her boss that she's tuning in.
Yeah,
that's fine.
We probably shouldn't say that.
No, that's fine. We encourage people to do that.
Yes. Connect with us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Carrier pigeon.
Yeah, see, I like that, Teresa. And hey, speaking of doves, pigeons, birds,
it's
romance.
Wedding week. One of our favorite weeks here on CT Style. So we thought we should do some wedding quiz facts. You haven't planned a wedding just yet.
No,
it is quite an undertaking.
Okay.
But here you go. So what is the average cost of a wedding?
10 grand.
You're so off base.
Really? More?
Yes.
How much?
The average cost is $31,000.
$31,000?
And I feel like that might be on the low end.
Who's paying for this?
I think you split it up. Between the families, between the couple, you might have to chip in a little bit.
I better start saving now. You know?
The most expensive place to get married, it's not Waterbury, Connecticut, although some people would think so.
Okay. Danbury?
Nope, it is Manhattan. The average wedding there is $76,000, 328 bucks. The least expensive place to get married.
North Dakota.
Utah.
Utah.
$15,000 is a typical wedding there. All right, how much does the bride spend on a wedding
dress?
Now, this is if you just get one dress.
Why would you have 2 dresses?
Because if you get your first dress and it's so big you can't walk in it, you need a second dress for the party.
So you change after for the dancing. Okay,
That's
well, I would say one dress is $700.
You could probably find some for $700, but on average, it's $1,300.
Oh, $1,300! Wow, this
for
is
a
not
dress
cheap.
You're gonna wear once.
Not cheap. Okay.
But you're only gonna do it once. That's how they get you, Ryan. Everyone's like, this is the biggest day of your life.
You only marry once, YOMO.
Allegedly.
Yeah, well, in some cases, I guess.
All right, the average marrying age for the bride and for the groom.
I'm gonna say for a groom 30, for the bride 26.
Close.
27.
For the groom, it's 31, so you have a little bit of time.
Right. Yep.
No need to worry
Plenty
just yet. And then the bride is 29.
29, huh?
Which is surprising to me because a lot of my friends are still not married yet.
Isn't that number bumping up a little bit?
Yeah, I think times are changing. It's not, 1950 anymore. People have careers and that type of thing.
Gee, you don't say.
The average number of guests at your wedding?
136.
You read the teleprompter, because that is right on, my friend.
Oh, high five, yes.
And the average number of bridesmen and groomsmen?
I'm going to say 7.
You have a lot of friends.
Well, I don't, but on average, I would think they had more.
Typically, it's between 4 and 5. We did it very different because we didn't want to offend anybody. We just did our siblings.
So you had everybody in the
No, well, that was the problem. We couldn't have everyone, and we have so many close friends who were so good to us. We just did brother, sister, each side.
That makes sense.
And they could listen. You could boss them around a little bit more.
You always have your family, you know?
The most popular month to get married in. This one you might be able to get.
Probably June, because it's not too hot and it's Not too cold.
The weather
Yeah,
cooperates.
it's like Goldilocks.
Followed by October.
October with the
Fall
foliage here in
weddings, those are
Connecticut. Oh man,
beautiful.
yeah.
All right,
What's next?
how many people hop on a plane and do a destination? What percentage? Destination wedding.
Probably 10%.
It's a little bit higher. I'm surprised by this, but you know, it's at 24%. It's a kind of a good idea because you go to one of these resorts, people love the vacation, everything's taken care for you. It's
Yeah.
like a package deal.
Is it cheaper or more expensive?
I think it probably evens out.
Evens out at the end
because
of
you
the
have
day.
much smaller guests. You don't have as many guests.
So you don't
only
invite
have
as many
like 20 people,
right.
if that.
You only invite the people that you actually like, not like the third cousin and their neighbor.
You have to know everyone at your wedding at
Yeah,
that
yeah,
point. All right, now let's move on to honeymoons. A whole different story, but if money is no object, you might want to check this out. This is pretty unique. A Florida yacht dealer plans to build this 656-foot giga yacht named the Double Century. It looks like a cruise ship.
Wow.
How many pools were in there?
I don't know, but if it's 2 helicopters, multiple swimming pools, a theater, 8 decks, and a garage for a submarine, because we all need a submarine.
All right, the going price for this city on the water is about $750 million.
Thank you,
Who's
Dr.
gonna
Evil.
buy that?
I don't know. That is insane. I can only afford a dinghy.
There's probably a fancy dinghy that goes along with that,
I'm
too.
sure there's a few dinghies in there. Okay, moving on. Now, in other news, this is a very nice story about 3D printers. They recently created a prosthetic arm. Students in Indiana helped craft the arm for a youngster who needed a new one. She's a 9-year-old. Her name is Grace Hildreth, and she was born without an arm and had trouble doing everyday tasks. But thanks to the students at Penn High School, they heard about her story and used their 3D printer in the school and were able to help her out.
I think that's the wave of the future. I mean, there's so many things
Nice.
you could do with the 3D printer.
Technology. It's
So
it's
cool.
pretty amazing. I mean, we've had a lot of stories about 3D printing in the past. I mean, first we had the little weird mushroom things, and we were like, what is that all about? It didn't make sense, but this is nice. It's very heartwarming.
Organs.
Yeah.
I've seen a pair of shoes printed
A pair of
from
shoes.
the
I think you should get some.
from the 3D printer. Interesting stuff.
Somebody send us some 3D printed shoes. We'll wear them tomorrow.
All right, a baby lamb at a small farm in Canada has found a surprising new family after being rejected by its mother. Stormy the lamb was born on May 17th. Oh, Tammy, the farm owner's 1-year-old golden retriever, stepped in and bonded with Stormy. The two animals are now pretty much inseparable. And when the two aren't snoozing together, they're playing together and just being friendly. Oh,
What a nice dog.
that's so great. Now the lamb is going to stay
And
at
hang
the
out
farm.
on the farm.
My husband had a lamb. He lived on a farm and
He
had
had
a
he had a lamb.
Yeah, it actually lived in his house because it was a baby and they had a diaper on it, and my mother-in-law would feed it with a bottle. I've heard funny stories about this lamb.
I learn something new about your husband every day, and that's just one.
Jack of all trades, right?
Jack
Isn't that
of
what they say? All right.